Hello, everybody. Hello, Joanna.
Hello, hi Soteria.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. This webinar is brought to you by Tilko Advisors. We are a consultancy firm that focuses on leading the digital transformation of the construction sector with regulatory expertise, education, and software solutions. By recently becoming official training providers for buildingSMART International and offering the foundation certification, which we talked about in our last webinar, we are helping bridge the gap between global standards and technical mastery. With a flexible and self-paced academy, we make sure that all our students have the flexibility needed to balance work life with upskilling. We're going to start with the introductions round. Joanna, would you like first to introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. Thank you for invitation for this webinar. My name is Joanna Kędzia. My professional background is within project management, communication, people strategy, and organizational change. And for the last 15 years, I've worked in international organizations supporting transformation projects and also internal communication, but also I was helping people adapt to new ways of working. So I think my experience showed that the big challenge in our world right now, it's not the technology, but help people to understand the technology, to learn it, actually use it in their day-to-day work, and this is what I was focused on in my job. So today I actually particularly interested in how we make learning practical, accessible, engaging for busy people, busy professionals, and that's why I'm here today. And I'm really happy to for this meeting and looking forward to the discussion.
Thank you very much for sharing, Joanna. I'm also very happy to have you here today. So I'm going to introduce myself also pretty quickly. My name is Sotiria Saridou, and I work as an associate BIM consultant for Tilko Advisors. And my background is in geotechnical civil engineering. My current field of interest is, let's say, shared between BIM knowledge as a delivery expert of the Tilko Academy and also taking part in projects that work around the digital product passport. Before we introduce our special guest for today, who is our colleague Agnieszka Ole, we're going to go through our agenda for today. So the discussion is going to be split in two topics, and we're going to talk for around 30 minutes. The first topic is going to be the big question on where is the educational process getting difficult for professionals and why are people avoiding to be certified or to go through training procedures at all. And topic number two is going to be our Tilko Academy and how it can help you solve these problems and make the educational procedure much, much easier and effortless. I also want to thank our moderator, Camila, who's working behind the scenes as always to make sure that this experience is as best delivered as possible for everybody. And please do not hesitate to ask questions or engage in the comments or reach out to us after the webinar. We are very happy always to connect, discuss, and explore collaborations or ideas with people in the network. So let's introduce the special guest for today, Agnieszka Ole. She's our business analyst and product owner of Tylko Academy. Hello, Agnieszka. We're very happy to have you. Would you like to say a couple words about yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Agnieszka Ole, and I'm a product owner at Tylko Academy. My background is software development with a strong foundation, a strong focus on understanding user needs. And today I would like to talk with you about Tylko Academy, what it is, and how it can help you develop your professional skills.
I think you are the right person for the job today because you're the product owner, so you know everything in detail much more than we do. So I think we should not waste time and just get started with a discussion. Joanna, the first question is going to be about you before I start bombing Agnieszka with all the questions. So from your perspective, as a person who has worked around many training programs and you have seen many things, what is not working in traditional training approaches?
Yeah, so I think that the biggest issue with the training and with the learning in big organizations and in professional life is that most people simply don't have time. So they don't have time to stepping away from their projects for hours or for days to attend some trainings. So and also they go through a huge amount of content. They spend hours for training, absorb everything at once, and then we expect them, they remember it weeks later, and actually they will use it. So I think that doesn't work anymore. So also I think that very, very often trainings and learning feels a little bit disconnected from real work and real needs. So people, I think, don't need more information. They want to have specific information, specific answers that can use as a solution for their problems or for their daily work activities. And also they want to be trained, and they want to upskill in some structured way. So I think that when it comes to trainings in the traditional way, sometimes it feels overwhelming, complicated, and time consuming. That's the issue. So from that perspective, it will always end up at the bottom of the priority list. And it's not about that people don't want to learn. They actually do. People want to absorb more. They do want to learn something new, but they just need to learn in the new way. So they need learning to fit to their daily life and to their workflow. So I think that is the issue here.
I see. I mean, especially in a fast-paced life, time management is very, very important. So it is totally understandable that people don't want to waste a lot of time doing additional tasks than what they already have. So it totally makes sense. And now, Agnieszka, from your side, let's go a little bit more about the BIM training, because the Tylko Academy is focusing on BIM, AI, and construction. So what did you see while preparing the Tylko Academy when it comes to BIM training? What was not working?
Yes, so I've done some recent research on that topic, and I found that the problem is not BIM training quality itself, but how they are delivered, as Joanna mentioned about it. And as you probably know, BIM adoption is an ongoing process. So for sure, it's not one-time event. So the learning should be the same way. It should be continuous. And I found that still there are companies, there are training centers that treat BIM training like one-off training. So I think that it could be one issue. And for example, we've always we notice also that some group of people, some role in within organization have a different challenges related to trainings. For example, for product managers, training means pulling off people from their active projects. So it can cause product disrupting in project delivery. So it's a big problem for them. And for example, for BIM coordinators, often these trainings are too theoretical or disconnected from daily work. So it's a huge problem, I think. So even if someone complete the course or get the certification, they still struggle to apply it in real life.
I see.
So I think that that question that needs to be answered, it's how to build skills that would be continuous, that could be a continuous process, and that the learning that doesn't interrupt project delivery and don't impact on, don't overwhelm people. So I strongly believe that our platform Tylko Academy is the answer for that questions.
And it's also, I think we need a culture shift when it comes to more senior positions, where people think that if they train on something new, it's going to challenge their authority or their experience. So I think this is something that we as a sector, we need to move past by. Okay, so then I think the next logical question would be, what is the solution to all these problems?
So when we were creating Tylko Academy, We have all of the problem, these challenges in mind. And I said at the beginning that I tell you about the Tylko Academy. And in short, I can tell you that Tylko Academy is an online learning platform. It's a focus on BIM, AI, digital construction. And I'd like to highlight that this learning platform, it's not a single page with courses, but it's a whole learning platform. And the courses are led by industry experts and practitioners. We mix the video content and reading materials, so it's adjust to a different learning style. The platform is mobile friendly. Is accessible for any device on the mobile, on the tablet, laptop, and the courses are self-paced. You have access; they are available 24/7, so you can learn in your own speed, and you can come back to the topic wherever you want. So it's a lot of possibilities to use
So,
our platform.
Agnieszka, because we mentioned about some kind of structure and some kind of learning journey, and also that it's not about one training that people do, it's just like some kind of process and learning journey. So how the course within Tylko Academy courses are connected with each other, and how this journey is created in Tylko Academy?
Yes, so the key idea for our courses is a structure. So they are structure, and we believe that learning should be continuous. It can be one of training. It should be ongoing process. So the courses complement each other, and they should build broader competencies. Not only one, but we want to. Our goal is to enable students to understand how everything works, how everything is connected in the real projects. It's our goal.
Okay, no, that makes sense, I think.
And I really like that the structure is that all the training programs are not independent. So it's a logical sequence that someone can follow. They can start from the very beginning, and then depending on how deep they want to go, they can go self-paced as always, and deepen as much as they would like to, which I think it's really nice to keep the pace and the momentum of learning.
Yes, and the trainings should be adjusted to the needs. So even if you are a BIM modeler, it doesn't mean that you only needs to take trainings from software. You need only know what is BIM. You need foundation.
Exactly.
What is information management and other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that also the big challenge within all this training stuff and tools is that sometimes real nice content and real great learning are gets buried inside some kind of complicated system. So it's not user friendly. It's hard to get to know how to get to the platform, how to navigate, etc., etc. So for example, if I would be like very busy professional and I joined Tylko Academy for the first time, what would be my journey? What would be my pathway? So from registration to some learning, then I don't know, certification, etc., etc. So how can you just show or just walk us through how user actually experience the platform? So what is actually user experience on the platform?
Of course, Jana. Maybe I share a screen with you. I prepare some content for you.
I think that's going to be even better to show the people in real time.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yes, because that's the point, right? How to navigate. That's
Yes.
real important for people.
So from user perspective, it's quite simple. You go to the tilkoacademy.com, you sign up, and when you sign up, you go to our course catalog. Here you can see a list of available courses. Both you see a free or paid one, and as you can see, we are preparing students to pass a BuildingSMART exam on foundation level. I assume you are familiar with that globally recognized certification program.
Familiar and
Are you?
and certified at the same time.
So you walked through the whole journey,
Yes.
learning journey, yes.
Yes, so maybe leave a comment if someone is certified already or have it on their to-do list. So this course opened the way to practitioners. So it's a whole path for a whole journey. So you can, or if you want to. If you know how to apply in the construction industry, you can check out our course from static BIM to AI-driven construction intelligence, and it starts the 1st of July. And when you select some course, when you join to free one or when you purchase access to paid one, you have access to your personal learning dashboard. It's called My Progress Table, and you see there you can track your progress, you see what you're currently working on, and you can review everything you've completed. So it's very clear path.
I really like this. It helps you keep track of what is going on.
Yes.
But I think it's also very important to show what about the content? Because for me, at least, my attention span is very short nowadays. I cannot handle super long text or lots of information. So I think it will be really interesting to show everyone what kind of content does the Tylko Academy offer.
So we have two types of content. We have video content and text-based content. Video player is mobile friendly, so you can watch on tablet or desktop. We have summaries after each modules. We have questions, key takeaways. We have quizzes to check knowledge. Interesting functionality is that you can within the platform you can highlight some text. You can take a notes inside the platform, and you can share also interesting parts with community, because we have also discussion panel where you can discuss with other learners, and even if you want to ask about something, you can ask your instructor. So I think it's an interesting feature.
I think my favorite feature was the key takeaways, because when we were preparing for the buildingSMART certification, it was really nice to just have all the information built up somewhere, fast, easy to read back. So I didn't have to go and read the whole content from the beginning. It was really nice to have. And also, while traveling or going somewhere, I could just pop my headphones and listen to the videos if I didn't want to sit down. For example, I have motion sickness, so I couldn't read while traveling, but I could just pop the headphones and listen to the video, which I think is also really nice, especially for the people who are learning much easier while listening instead of reading.
Yeah, and I think that when it comes to content, it's very, very important to focus also not only the content as the real content, but also some kind of visuals. So also how we provide information and how we engage people in this whole content. It's a huge difference, because we don't want to read, we don't want to go through documents, etc. So as a humans, we are very sensible when it comes to graphics, when it comes to some interactions, when it comes to some engagement things. So I can see that in this platform, it is actually developed. So I think it's important, because that's how we want to learn, actually.
And you can back to the content whenever you want. So
yeah. And I think the key takeaways are also quite important, because we have summary. We don't need to go through whole trainings. Focus on summary. So yeah, that's important as well.
And also to answer, because I see a question in the chat about the certifications that we're issuing and for how long they are valid. We have the Tylko Academy certifications, Agnieszka, right? That are certified by us. And we also have the buildingSMART certification, which is issued by buildingSMART International directly. And it's a lifelong certification. And you're also entered in the International Registry of buildingSMART. So you can also find your name there once you get certified. and also see a couple names saying that they are already certified. I see Magdalena and Maya. So you have time to join the next training and get certified again on new topics about AI. So Agnieszka, back to you. We saw the individual interface, and I think it's really nice and really helpful for everyone, no matter how they like to learn. But I think it's also important to talk about how companies can use the Tylko Academy, because it's not just individual. We can also have companies join us and get trained along the way. So would you like to say a couple words about the B2B interface?
Sure. The platform is also ready to use for companies. We have two environments. We have one environment for individual learners. I've already covered this part, and we have another part which is especially for companies. And the main feature here is dedicated dashboard to manage learning process. And the platform offers key capabilities for companies. And the first is scalability, thanks to seat manager feature, where companies can easily assign seats and onboard whole teams. You can see that we have 6 seats available out of 15. You can assign it without our help. You will be a seat manager, and you will be manage your users and assignments. The next thing is visibility through progress tracking feature, and managers can see how are people progressing, who has completed what, and how team engaging. And so instead of guessing, you have a clear real-time view of what's happening in your course. The last one is we have structured learning with validation. So courses can end with final exam, and when employee pass the exam, they automatically get a certificate. And that's why learning is consistent, and it's also measurable, and it could be verified. So you can verify your knowledge, and you can prove it. And this was a real quick overview of this BIM features of the platform.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask. So from that perspective, for example, in company learning management team, or I don't know, learning manager, let's say, they have actually a whole overview on.
Yes,
I mean,
that's right.
This is like some kind of learning ecosystem, right?
Yes.
So they have not only disconnected training initiatives, but also they do have some connections, and they can
yes, it's not only join, not join.
Yeah, exactly. So that's very valuable from
Especially if
you know how fast how fast they are progressing.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to pinpoint, that since we also have the self-paced part, which is also something I want to reply to a question that I see in the chat, that how long it takes to pass the certified course and get the certification exam. Because our academy is self-paced, there is not really a specific amount of time. It depends on how fast you want to do it.
The course takes around 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. But if you combine it with work life, someone is busy or they need more time, it is totally
it's up
okay.
to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's up to you. Of course, there's a minimum time, like the 5 hours that Agnieszka is mentioning. But after that, depends on how long the person, what time they have available to spend and get certified. Okay, so I see we have other questions. No, that's anything for now. So Joanna, one question for you. So if someone is watching this, like we are here and talking, and they probably think, maybe it's not the right time to do it. I think it's really valuable, but maybe it's not the right time now. What would you say to them as someone who has been around the trainings ecosystem for quite some time now?
So yes, I mean it was always an issue. It's not a good moment for a training. We are too busy. We are maybe after this project, maybe after this transformation phase, etc., etc. So I think that I think that companies and big organizations they prioritize learning because they want to train people and they want to have skilled people and upskill, develop people all the time. But still, on the other hand, then they don't actually sometimes have time for this, and it's not about real time, but also other priorities that impact business and impact daily company's life. But what I think is very important that mature companies and mature organizations, develop organizations, and also those that focused on digital transformation, they know that actually learning is a very, very important thing these days. And also they know that learning has to be part of the way people working. So it's something that I mentioned at the very beginning of this discussion. So it's not about I work for a project and then I jumped out because I need to do training. No, it doesn't work like this anymore. The learning must be a part of our work days. The learning it's just
should be a culture of
yes,
work.
yes, exactly. The culture, the organizational way of working. So it should be somehow connected. It should be somehow implemented in our daily life activities. So, for example, I can actually do like 15 minutes break and complete some part of my training on Tylko Academy platform, for example. Or I can, as you mentioned, Sotiria, I can travel from one place to another, and I can learn during my journey. So I don't need to be somewhere. I don't need to, change place. I just learning through my daily activities. So because there is no perfect moment actually for training. Of course, you can schedule it when you have more time at work, when there are some calm periods, etc. But still, it's always something to do. So I think that that's the issue, not the moment, and not the right time to implement, but try to build a different way of learning and different pathway of learning.
Right
So
time is now.
yeah, the time is now. Exactly, always is the time, and never the time.
I think you couldn't have put it more properly. Thank you very much for this really nice answer. I think I would also like to add, maybe for teams who are not sure if it's now the right time or how they should do it, they're a little bit confused. My take would be that in order to make sure that we are ready and we should start, first, we need to understand what skills the organization actually needs, because not every team needs everything. Some teams need something more specific, other teams need something more generic, also depending on their level of experience. Then we need to understand the team. Where is the team today and where we want to be in the future? We need to calibrate what are the strengths, the knowledge gaps, and need to be sure that we know that which skills need to be built in order to work and move forward to our targets. Then we create clear learning paths with a trusted training provider like the Tylko Academy, which also offers the custom training programs. Then we track the progress, which is very important, especially when the time is limited. Tracking progress and the seat management is very important, so we know when everyone is going and in what stage they are. And then at the end of the day, always look at the bigger picture. Change is scary, it's difficult sometimes, but our sector, thankfully or not, change the opinion is to anyone, it's very dynamic. We cannot stay static. We cannot stay in the same place all the time. We need to move forward and accept new challenges and new changes. So, as you both ladies said, I think the right time is today, before the next big projects where we're going to have collaboration or problems. So, the time is now. Again, we are exactly on time, which I like very much. I was going to leave a couple minutes for questions, but I see on the chat that there are no new questions. We answered to all the questions already. Of course, again, telling everyone that you can always reach out to us even outside the webinar. Joanna, Agnieszka, and all the other team members, we're always happy to connect and interact with each and every one of you and discuss. So we are very open to have you join us and message us. And I want to say thank you very much to both of you for being here today. It was a really nice discussion. And I think we gave some pretty good insights about the Tylko Academy and how it operates. So thank you both very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
having
you. Thank you, Sotiria.
I think now we're getting ready for the masterclass about AI in construction. So I would very much like to have everyone join us and listen to what we have to say, because it's people who are experienced and it's their point of work. So I will be very happy to see you there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.